why you keep your mouth shut.
Because
they can take everything out of context. You're going to be a proven innocent.
I know how to do it. It's just like they said, just don't say anything to us.
No more.
Yeah, no more. You're just gonna have to.
I'd lay on the table and go to sleep.
Yeah, they're just doing the job, Keith. But they might be going overboard a little bit, but it does look suspicious. Sure, even you admit that. Sure, but I'm not gonna be accused of something that I really didn't do. You don't have any choice about that. If they accuse you, they accuse you. You have no choice. Just keep your mouth shut and what? You hear me? Yeah, keep your mouth shut and stay in good spirits.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Our legal obligation at that point is to let him leave.
Due to a lack of potential evidence, the detectives had no choice but to let Keith go. However, the detectives were aware of the cameras installed at Keith's home, which he denied during the interrogation. So now, their only hope rested on the surveillance cameras that could help them provide crucial information for the case. 21 days later, as the detectives obtained the search warrant to review the surveillance footage, what they saw in it was far worse than what they had expected. The footage exposed Keith's darkest nature, revealing a side of him so monstrous that no one could have ever imagined.
Fish hooks now, because it's not worth nothing now. Not in my eyes. In my eyes, man, you cheated good. Multiple times. And only a stupid, cheating scumbag son of a make that same mistake. The wrong person, dude. That's what made you become a lion sheep. I will never trust you again. Ever. So you might realize get out of my life. Do yourself a favor. I want to just hurt you and leave. God knows. Doing like this, you should have stayed the away from me, man. I don't know who you think I am and thought I was. Dude, you up, man. Like bad. It's only a matter of time. You don't care about me.
I do care.
In what way? Yeah, you like me as a father figure, because you don't give a about me.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna kill you and go back to jail. Maybe make you take some sleeping pills and I'll cut off you quick. I'll go to jail for that. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here to haunt you. Maybe one day you will. You wouldn't give a I didn't. You drove me to think about it, man. My life, who cares?
The footage revealed the domestic, physical, and verbal abuse Brandy had endured before her life ended unexpectedly. The revelations Keith shared with the detectives were significant transgressions and not as minor as he tried to present them. However, this wasn't the only thing that shook the detectives to the core, but another shocking footage came into the spotlight. Keith adamantly claimed that he was with Brandy during her last moments, but the footage revealed a darker story. Instead of trying to save Brandy's life, he was caught hiding drugs to avoid suspicion, betraying his claim to love her more than anything. Everyone was stunned to discover the true nature of Keith. The person they had cherished and relied on was actually the monster behind this devastating event.
Watching the videos of Keith belittling my sister, it was hard. I just wanted to get up and hug her.
3 weeks later, following the incident, Keith was finally arrested. Initially, he was charged with second-degree murder, but when the detectives discovered the footage, his charge was upgraded to first-degree murder. The stories Keith made up from the beginning till the end weren't over yet. During the trial, Keith realized that every piece of evidence had turned against him, so he came up with a new plan.
Well, I woke up and I went to the living room to retrieve my pants because I was thinking about him taking a shower. Then I pretty much was in the bathroom, took off my pants, getting ready to step into the shower, and I heard her say "boo," which is the nickname that she uses for me.
So I go out there, and she had a weapon in her hand. She said that I was not her husband and I was plastic. And I had walked forward to her, trying to disarm her. And, well, I had grabbed my gun, the one that was in the box. Okay.
Mechanic?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Then I started walking towards her, trying to, say, hey, man, and trying to bark orders and for her to drop it and to disarm her. And then she would not do so. So I got closer and I tried to grab it from her, and she lifted it up and a round went out of my gun on her. Then she cocked and swung as I'm retreating. And another round I pulled off because she was pointing a loaded weapon at me.
From the beginning, all his efforts to save himself, believing he could outsmart the system, were futile, as all his claims were disproved. On October 28, 2021, the Flagler County jury finally reached a final verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendant Keith Johansen as follows to count 1 of the indictment. Guilty as charged as the crime of first-degree murder.
Circuit Judge Christopher France convicted Keith to a lifetime in prison without the possibility of parole. After hearing the verdict, Brandy's sister delivered an emotional speech that conveyed her immense pain over the past years.
Brandy wasn't just my sister. She was my best friend. And he just took her away and nobody was able to say anything. And being in jail is great for freaking him. He gets to live, as we still have to suffer inside with my sister gone and knowing and have to deal with Rylan growing up knowing his mom is not here with us.
As we conclude today's case, it encourages us to reflect on an important question. What stops people from choosing a peaceful resolution over a destructive one when faced with conflict or dissatisfaction in a relationship? The footage revealed that Keith was unhappy in his relationship with Brandy. While he had the option to leave, which could have potentially saved her life, but instead of choosing the right path, he opted to embrace the darkness. Also, this footage provides an insight into the young girls suffering from domestic violence who remain silent, unaware of the worst consequences it can bring. What are your thoughts on this case? We would love to know them. Let us know in the comments section below.